Welcome to the Autodrome Chaudiere in Canada. This is Heat 1 for tonight's Pinty's 400 race weekend. Top half of the field goes through. I believe it would make it to top, wow, I already forgot how many. I think it's top 17, it's 29 cars. Where's the calculator? Stuff I should write down. Engine's fired. We're getting ready for the first heat to shoot off. Top 14, yeah, that's it. Top 14, and then the highest, the fastest qualifier knocked out gets in. All right, we're green. Dave Daniels leads early with Gino Sphere hot on his tail. Mike Carroll and Diggs going backwards. Diggs has gotten to the bottom, but Mike's still going backwards. Ooh, a little contact there between the 50 and the 9, but Mike has finally gotten to the bottom. He's trying to work his way back forward. Take a look back, battle for 14th between Tommy Davis and Scott Drake. Scott's got the spot for now. David Baldinger, the Canadian, working his way forward, trying to get into a transfer spot. Fading backwards. Rodriguez needs to find some pace on the hot seat. Little point of order for the evening. Whichever heat is the fastest, those cars eliminated in that heat will be scored in point spots starting with, I believe that would be 30th. So if you're knocked out in your heat, those spots could matter. And they will matter. Scott Drake trying to close in on the 6. Nine cars stumped, fading back. Baldwin has now been shuffled back a few spots. Leader has caught the back of the field. Cars have begun to go a lap down. There's a quick lap around this little ball ring. That's evidenced by the fact that we are already a third of the way through this heat. And we've got a caution on the speedway. Drivers have been instructed to try to be very careful under caution. It's very easy for cars to get tangled up here if somebody's not paying attention. I'm sure we'll see it happen. Yep, there's a bit of it happening right now. Alright. Alright, lights out on the pace car. We're going to double them up. Palmer Diggs leads. Sitting in second, one of our Canadian drivers, Joe Polson. And Gino Sphere, Dave Daniels, Mike Carroll, Smokin' Joe Mersdorf, and Garrett Shadle. And we are green again. So Alexander on the bottom fighting to try to get a lap back in case the yellow comes out. As being a lap down is basically a death sentence at the moment. He's got the lap. See if he'll get the yellow. Coming up on halfway. And we've got a caution. Seb's going to get his lap back. Let's see what has brought out this caution. Expect something at the back of the field involving these cars. Yep, off into turn 1. 7 goes around. And the caution will wave. Diggs your leader as we cross halfway. And yes, the AI are a little stupid here. Lights out on the pace car. We're going to double them up again. Joey Rodriguez continues to sit in the transfer spot. Through 3 and 4, pace car gets ready to pull off. Pace car off the circuit. And we're green again from Chaudiere. Diggs gets a good start and clears the lap car, giving him an opportunity to try to skate away from the field. Like I said, it's a bull ring. It doesn't take very long for the front and the back to come together, especially with a fast car off the front. Oil 40 looks hooked up right now. Caution! Caution is out. Looks to have been an incident. Not seeing anybody clearly slow on the track though. We're gonna have to run it back and see what the yellow's for. Certainly dirt in the air. Nope, the 007 has been tipped into a spin. Let's take a look and see what's happened here. Goes off into the corner. Fitzmaurice in the 69 just dives it in there 3 wide, and around goes the 007. Kind of a silly accident. Doubled up for the restart again. So this 007, that dropped him back to 12th. And we're green again. And another caution has fallen. I think the 69 might have been involved in this one as well. Saw him slow on the bottom of the track. I don't know, maybe he wasn't. Ah, it's off the back of the field. Seven and the 07 appear to have gotten together in turn 1, and we've had another lazy little spin. Honestly, I don't know that race control needed to throw that yellow. Alright, lights going on the pace car. They're going to try to get them sorted out here, although I don't think race control is too terribly happy with where we're sorted at the moment. Well, it looks like we might be alright. We've got a car coming out of the pits. I'm going to try to get out ahead of the leader. Pace car's in, that car's out of the pits, and green, green, green. Diggs clears the lap car once again. Lap car just about, oh, lap car, well I guess he is lapped now. But 23 just about caught the field on the restart. .30 to go at the line here. I think Diggs really would like to just see these laps click away and get onto the feature. Diggs with a massive advantage over the rest of the field. Got a length of just about the front straightaway between he and the next car, and I believe that 90 is a lap down. In the back of this field. A few cars have a lot of damage now after low incidents under yellow. 54 rear-ended somebody under yellow, did some damage to that car. He's hitting P20. Trying to work his way up to a transfer spot. They will have to get that car fixed one way or the other. And the leader's caught the back of the field, 20 to go. And the 27 will go down a lap. 3 wide off into turn 3. Mersdorf forces Rodriguez up into Fitzmaurice. And Diggs is putting cars laps down again. Mersdorf now got the leader right on his bumper. Needs to make some advances here or maybe follow the leader through these cars. He's going to take a look at Weston here. He's got him. It's going to be another spot for him. He's trying to advance forward to the transfer position. Weston fading backwards, might be in trouble. Seb Alexander has just gotten shuffled, and I think he's just gone out of the transfer spot. Back to 15th. Here comes Mersdorf looking for that spot. He's got it. Mersdorf might actually be the driver out here that would most want to see a yellow before the leader puts a lap on him, but he might be okay either way. One's getting pushed up off the bottom. That might be the opening for Mersdorf. Nope, he couldn't fill the hole. Gets to the bottom of the 51. This is for the transfer spot just ahead of the leader. Mersdorf is transferred in with that very damaged car. And he's going to get alongside the 34. And we've got a caution. Shadle's been turned around in 1 and 2. Some of these guys are still racing back to the yellow. We're inside 10 to go. I don't think the leader's even taken the yellow. And now we are under caution. All right. So because of where the leader was when that caution came out, anybody that's on the lead lap is in a transfer spot. It's going to be 5 to go here at the line. Everybody just sort of looking that's on the lead lap for the race to end. Stay out of trouble and you'll be okay. Lights out on the pace car. We will get a restart with 4 to go. You just got to keep your car on the pavement here if you're on the lead lap, and you will be into the feature. Pace car coming through turn 4, peels away. They're going to give the 40 the field to control. Green, green, green. Everybody's just got to bring it home if they're on the lead lap. If you're a lap down, I don't know what you can do, but hope for problems. Coming to 3 laps to go. Signal ready on the flag stand. 2 laps to go. 2 fingers in the air for the 40 car. Even these lap cars do have reason to race each other because points could be on the line. White flag in the air one more time around the speedway. Checkered flag in the air. Diggs will win heat number 1. Coming home second is going to be... Wow, who is coming home second? Mike Carroll with a ton of lap cars as we spin out coming to the pits. Final running order: Diggs, Sphere, Carroll, Polson, Beresford, Stello, Tommy Davis, Dwight York, Joe Mersdorf, Lawrence Van Buren, Dave Daniels, Jared Shadle, Jacob Stump, and 34, that's Curtis Griffin. All will make the feature from the first heat. We'll get the track cleaned up and we'll be back shortly for heat number 2. Alright, and we're ready for the second heat. And the cars roll off. Jackson Vatcher on the pole. The AI pace poorly here. It's not terrible, and they race pretty well, but... Alright, getting ready to turn them loose. Pace car peels off. And we are green for Heat 2 from Chaudiere. Let's do some sky coverage here for a little bit, give you an idea how tight this little bull ring is. So you watch the bottom line working pretty well. Kevin getting shuffled now. I'm getting dizzy already. Tonto is going backwards. Gotten to the bottom now. Real angry gaggle here though, right around the transfer spot. Looks like Ron Stout's just moved up into that 14th spot. And we've got a caution. The 22's gotten turned around. We're racing back now. They'll move everybody up a spot in the queue. Alright, lights out on the pace car. We're going to turn them loose again. Pace car comes off and we are green again. The 86 currently in the transfer spot, yes? No, the 55 is your transfer spot. Scoring's a little slow to update tonight. Looks like the 68 is going to be moving forward to the transfer spot here momentarily. Roderick has pushed his way in. Battle now between Torgerson and Lowe for the transfer spot. Torsen is taking it. And we have a caution on the speedway. Let's see if we can figure out what's happened here. I'm not sure what's happened. Let's take a look. 77 might have gone around. Nope, 57 was the one that was around. Off into the corner. Ooh, he just overcooked it, lost it on his own. Managed to go down a lap, as did Nate Moorhead. We're going to double him up for another restart. Thatcher leads. Roderick Whitman sits in the final transfer spot. Pace cars in. And we are green again from Chaudiere. Inkman holds fast on the inside here. Vatcher, he's going to try to fight for this lap back. Nate's going to try to get in there too. Neither one of these guys wants to be down a lap. Stephen Davis and Kevin Corbett coming on the bottom, trying to get around. And both the lap cars have gotten ahead of the leader. Stephen Davis hunting for that lead. Stephen Davis will take the lead. We're just past the 1/3 race distance in heat number 2. Thatcher going backwards. McComas coming forward now. And McComas looking for the lead. Pretty wide behind him here. McComas going to take the lead. Inkman and Moorhead getting away from the leader. They're just looking for a caution here. Or they may just ride it out. They're going to catch the back of the field here and start picking up spots. If it stays green long enough, this will work out for them, although they may have used up a lot of tire getting up there. Comas continues to lead. Inkman catching up to Hill here at the back of the field. Picking up spots. Lowe's fading bad. That car was up in the top 10 earlier. Not looking like a good day for Tony Gunk either. Inkman's just cutting through these guys. Now the leader has caught the tail end of the field. This is where his lead might evaporate. Stephen Davis would love to close in here. Like Inkman might have stalled out in the traffic now as Molitor Hill gets back around him and Gene Stapleton goes down a lap. And Thatcher has blown an engine. That is a car that was right up here at the front of the field that is going to the pit area. That's going to move everybody up a spot. No oil on the track, so we'll stay green. Stapleton trying to get his lap back now. Here comes Stephen Davis behind him trying to get the lead. And Stephen Davis will take the lead. Coming around to start lap 60. Inkman looks to have worn out his car trying to get to the back of the field and will go back down a lap. 40 to go. Two-thirds of the race in the books. Stephen Davis continues to lead. Got a good buffer over that 80 car. Got plenty of lap cars between he and everybody else. Just plugging away, getting the laps off the board. continue to click away. Currently sitting in the transfer spot is Painter in that 33 car. This is the last race weekend. We'll see that old livery. They're going to have a brand new car for the next race. Doug Sparks starting to work his way a little bit forward up to P17, but that will not be enough. He needs to get further up the field if he wants to transfer. So far, this has been a much cleaner heat than the first one. 20 to go. Field's starting to get a little single file throughout pretty much the whole field. A little bit of side-by-side there between Gunk and Hill, but that's all I'm seeing on the track at the moment. You know, Jackson pulling up on the back of the leader here, but Jackson is a lap down. Getting down to the pointy end here, and there doesn't even seem to really be a fight for any of these transfer spots now. 10 to go at the line. Stephen Davis looks pretty comfortable to win this heat. Might be a little pressure at the transfer spot as Painter has slid back out of it. Oh, the 37 just spun up the hill and the caution is out. Well, this will get interesting. Alright, lights are out on the pace car. We're going to take a look at the transfer spot here. We're looking for the 22 car. So here's the 38 sitting 13th last time by. Should still be there. The transfer spot's that 22. Let's see what happens here. This is where all the drama's going to be. It's going to be 3 to go when we hit the line. Pace car's in. Green, green, green. 22 goes the inside of the 38. Shuffles the 38 back. 2 to go at the line. 38 on the bubble. That white flag's for the leader. I got confused. White flag at the line here. Anybody gonna make a move on this 38? Here comes Torgerson. He's gonna have a look at it to the inside. Torgerson's gonna take the spot. Coming through 3 and 4, checkered flag in the air. And that's all she wrote. Final car in is going to be, should be the 22, and it is. Transferring in Stephen Davis, Tony Tonto Jr., Bev Fresh, Jared Mogard, Brian Phillips, Baron McComas, Kevin Corbett, Larry Sheldrick, Bobby Farrell, Reigns, JT Armstrong, John Cheeseman, Troy Torgerson, and Ron Stout, and we will let you know who the final car is in on speed. I don't remember who it was. Sorry. But we've got the grid set. And so I can take a look and see who it was. That's not right. Well, that's weird. The game's showing the wrong name for one of the drivers, even though I'm pretty sure the car file's right. So I'll have to go look at that here real quick. Hang on. That's weird. I've never seen it do that before. Oh well, it's not gonna break anything. Ratings are right and everything. I don't know why it's showing a different name. It'll work on the points calculator. Alright, so in the feature and feature qualifying is completed. Starting on the pole is going to be Gino Sphere, then Mike Carroll, Joe Polson, Mullimer Diggs, Jackson Vetcher, Tommy Davis, Jared Chadle, Jared Mogar, Ron Stout, Dwight York, Bev Fresh, Tony Tonto Jr., Larry Sheldrick, Troy Torgerson, Stephen Davis, Dave Daniels, Baron McComas, Brian Phillips, Adam Beresford, JT Armstrong, Bobby Farrell, Jacob Stump, Kevin Corbett, Brandon Rains, Alex Stello, Lawrence Van Buren, John Cheeseman, Smoke and Joe Mersdorf, and Curtis Griffin will round out the field. We will be back shortly for the beginning of the race.
Drivers, to your cars.
Oh, should we play O Canada? No, we probably shouldn't.
The best time to get a Reese's? Anytime.
Oh, cool.
But also accept all the time.
Ads.
Biore blemish patches. Absorb toxin oil for visible results.
Well, that was delightfully pointless. It's a shame I couldn't time that up with the command to start engines. Alright, already ran you through the grid. 200 laps for the feature race around this little bull ring in Canada. One of 2 trips north of the border for the NORL Busch Bonanza series. Later this season we do visit Chaudiere for the GP3R. Very different style of racing than what we'll see today.
Drivers, start your engines!
And there's the command, the engines fire. Genosphere will lead them to the start. And Diggs may have a problem here. 40 car going straight to the pit lane. Something not right on that car. Are they going to form up, or do I need to throw a yellow? I need to throw a yellow. I can't throw a yellow. Yep, engine problems for the 40. The field's barely going to form up, and we are green. Not a good start for that 40 car. Won't even make it across the start-finish line for one lap. Sphere leads away from the green. That's the wrong camera. Pulling in tight behind him, Mike Carroll. 40 sits in the pits, team trying to figure out what's gone wrong with that engine. It just did not sound right when he fired it up, and he knew right away something was wrong. Maybe a plug wire, maybe something in the carburetor, who knows. We'll see if they get that car back going. Sphere leads over Mike Carroll, Jackson Vatcher, Jared Shadle. Bev has moved up to P5, Larry Sheldrick in 6th. Stephen Davis working his way forward. And I think the 40, they've pulled the plug on it, because I don't see it on track and I don't see it in the pit lane. Disappointing, disappointing, disappointing. And rear chase, a rear bumper cam on board from this 444. Mike's keeping them in range, but it's a fairly comfortable margin at the moment. Sphere quickly catching the back of the field off the back right now. Well, at the back right now. Jared Mogard in that 15. Front of the field stretched out, the back of the field racing hard, trying to pick their way forward, and it's just slowing them up. Canadian contingent in that 007 car, Joe Poulsen, in the top 10, sitting P10 right now. Gino's caught the back of the field. Let's let Carroll and Vetcher close up on him. Going inside of Dave Daniels, put him the first car, 1 lap down. Vetcher going to follow him through. Car's going down pretty quickly here. Oh, nearly some contact with Torgerson as Vatcher works his way past and takes the lead. And Carroll's going to follow through into P2. Traffic not working the way of Gino Sphere. JT Armstrong going to go down a lap. Carroll dives in, gives a touch to the leader. And he's hunting for the lead. Mike Carroll is going to take the lead and become our 3rd leader here at Chaudiere. Carroll continues to pick his way through traffic. Vatcher trying to follow him through. Sphere has been stymied in traffic. And Vatcher's here, knocking on the door again, wants the lead back. Push Carroll up the hill in 3 and 4 and try to finish it off here in 1 and 2, and he's got the lead back. "30 laps in, 3 leaders, 3 lead changes. Trying to make it 4. Here comes Mike Carroll looking for the lead right back. I don't know if he had it at the line. Scoring shows a dead heat at the line, but he's got it down the backstretch. No one else in an immediate hurry to get up and join this battle. They're all stuck in traffic. Brian Phillips goes down a lap as Mike Carroll's trying to get away. They've just driven away from the 444. But here comes Vatcher charging back. Griffin gonna go down a lap here. Nope. He's fighting back. Joe Polson's starting to fade backwards now. He's dropped out of the top 10. The 86 has moved into the 10th spot. And Sphere started to fade backwards. Shadle's moved up into 3rd. Bev's moved up to 4th. Correction. Bev back to 5th again. Carroll finally gets the inside of Griffin. And the 119's gone around in 1 and 2. Caution. Caution is out for the first time this evening. they got to be really careful here, guys. Don't pile all the cars together. I said don't pile all the cars together as lap cars bounce off of each other. Got to get the field sorted. Come on, guys. Pass the pace car. Got some cars stuck on the wrong side of the pace car, I think. Just don't pit when you're on the wrong side of the pace car, folks. Like Ron's about to do. Beresford apparently has some beef to settle. Cars coming into the pits. We'll see how they all come out of the pits. Probably going to end up putting half the field a lap down. Just a hunch here, but we'll see what happens. So about the 1/4 distance first caution of the day. The AI don't do great here under caution. It might be a reason we don't race here next season. I think we're going to put half the field down a lap under this yellow, but we'll see what happens. Somebody just hit something pretty hard. Alright, let's see how we've sorted out. Because I have no idea who the leader is right now. Because the field's still jumbled because everybody's still coming in and out of the pits. I think Mike still leads. I think it's just that we put half the field a lap down, if not more. Right, lights are out on the pace car, so we're going to see how we line them up here. Yeah, I think we put half the field tail into the lead lap, so that'll get interesting. Mike is the leader. It's just most of the field's ahead of him. Well, this will be interesting. Pace car is going to peel off, and we're going to give cars that are stuck tail into the lead lap control of the field. Green, green, green. In all reality, I think there's technically 3 cars that are fully on the lead lap, and we've got problems in turn 1. Somebody did not turn. And the yellow didn't come out. I'm going to throw it because that should have come out. Caution's out. Kevin's in the end of the pit wall. And Stephen Davis just got spun down the backstretch. No idea why I didn't throw a yellow there, but race controls put one out, and now we're all going to hit each other. Guys, just slow down and sort yourselves out. I think it's because the pit entrance is in a weird spot here. Let's get the field sorted out, figure out where we're at. There's the pace card, start finish. Put Shadle as the leader for the moment, but I don't think he's supposed to be. I think we'll get scoring sorted here in a lap or so. They're having a little bit of trouble here getting everybody where they belong. Once we do, we'll have an idea what the field looks like. Mersdorf got a cheeky pit stop in there. Kevin has resumed, so he's not out of the race at least. But I think he lost a couple of laps and all that. Okay, did we get the field sorted out? I guess 73 did take the lead. Interesting. So nobody out of the race. Mersdorf has lost 3 laps from the way he's pitted. Well, I guess the 40 is technically out of the race, but the 40 hasn't been in the race most of the time. I think once we double them up, the field will look a little better this time. Hopefully we don't have anybody that decides that they don't want to make turn 1 this restart. Alright, lights are off on the pace car. We're going to double them up, see what the field looks like now. It should look a little more reasonable now. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Alright, here we go. Just past 1/4 distance. Finishing up our second caution, pace car peels off. And Jared Shadle will lead him to the green. Green, green, green from Chaudiere. And Mersdorf wrecks the leader. Caution's out. That looked entirely intentional. And Shadle just ended his own race. That looked intentional to a point. Then it looked really stupid. So we are under caution again. I don't think that got anybody on the lead lap. But that was really dumb. Like, really? He just didn't... He went off in there and wrecked him. We may have missed... That might have been related to why that car was multiple laps down. And I don't know if everybody's going to continue after that. 73 done for the day. 54 has been summoned to the hauler post race. I'll put Mike Carroll back to the lead. Kevin lost 3 laps with his issues there. Is still circulating, so he's got that going for him. Should be queuing up for a restart this time. I don't know why they're letting cars leave the pits like that. That's just jacking up the running order. Lights out on the pace car. We're going to queue them up for another restart. Hopefully we actually get a lap this time and everybody makes turn 1. Put this on the list of things that did not happen in any of the testing or heats. Tony, you get that? We had 2 perfectly good heats. So I shouldn't have thrown a yellow for the first one. Alright, pace car is going to peel off. Mike Carroll back in charge of this field. Sphere in second, Fresh in third, and we are green, green, green. Hey, Mike cleared the lap car. And lap car side, he wanted to wreck himself. Yellow's out again. I think I know what's happening. They're jumping out of the pits there and getting a black flag. Caution's out once again. Nobody got a lap back on that one either. Contact under yellow. Gino, what are you doing? Well, this will mix the field up if this keeps happening. We're bound to eventually get a restart where we actually get going, and then this will probably clear right up, but this is a little annoying. Kind of hoping we got that out of our system now. Well, I don't see any cars come screaming out of the pits and jump in front of the leader. I think we'll be okay. Oh, the 42's in the pits. Is he coming in or out? He's gonna do it again. I almost guarantee the 42's about to just wreck the hell out of Mike Carroll. Well, we're gonna see what happens, but I think this 42 is about to wreck the crap out of the leader. I'm wondering what would happen if I threw a yellow as soon as the green came out, if that would prevent that from happening. I bet it won't. Well, let's see what happens. I've got a bad feeling about this. Base car's off. We're gonna try again. Green, green, green. Mike cleared him. And he drives up and spins himself off Bev. Yellow's out. AI, why are we doing this? And a few cars really got cleaned out and all that too. Oh, Lord. Really hope the 42 got cleaned out in that and is not coming back out on the track. But nope, here he goes. If we could just put the cars that are doing that at the back of the line on the bottom, they would be out of the way. Or if they somehow slip through a hole in the field. 13 is out, the 1 is out, so we're eliminating cars now, which will also clear up this issue eventually. Can't believe I can do that many test races, and then this shit happens. It's not boding well for this track being on the schedule next season. We'll have to find another Canadian short track. So Beresford and Bev have been wiped out and all that. Some drivers explaining to do on the hauler after the race. It's good for Kevin, I guess. Moves him up. If I see a car come screaming out the pit lane, I'm going to have a yellow queued up to throw before we hit start finish. Put the 42 out near the back, and I think he's going to get another one, but now I think he's going to be out at the back on the bottom and actually able to make it to the pits. Okay, we're going to double him up and see what happens this time. I didn't see anybody come screaming out of the pits alongside the leader, so we might actually get a restart this time. Don't even see the 42 out here at all right now. Is he in the pits? He is. He's in the pits. And he's going to come screaming out as we get the green, isn't he? Get there. Here comes the 42, right in front of the leaders. And we're green. I don't know what that restart was. We had cars dive to the pits, but I think we got away with it. All right. We're actually green and racing again. The drivers figured out how to drive. 42 driver has been summoned to the hauler, though. All right, so Mike Carroll leads. Over Baron McComas in second. A lot of traffic out there in the way, though. It's actually a pretty comfortable lead at the moment. There's a lot of traffic in the way. Mike looking pretty comfortable at the moment. Three cars out of the race. One that failed on the grid. Out. Bev Fresh had a Beresford Jared Shadle. Mullimer Diggs had a car brake on him on the grid. Never turned a lap. And the 42 is just out here being a menace. He's pitting every few laps because they keep throwing black flags at him because he keeps doing things wrong. Eventually, I'm sure he's going to cause another crash. So Mike Carroll stretches out a big lead because Barron can't get through the lap traffic we restarted with. If McComas ever gets through that traffic, then Mike might need to start checking that mirror. Right now it's a 4-second lead. Got Larry Sheldrick in 4th. Haven't seen a lot of that car this season. And Mike and Brian have caught the back of the field. Ooh, a little contact there. And McComas has cleared the traffic, as has Tommy Davis. And Sheldrick. Mike's going to have to keep an eye out now. So he puts cars down additional laps. And we've got a caution crash in turn 2. Oh, shock of all shocks, the 42's involved. Right about halfway, and we are under caution again. Let's see what the 42 did now. I betcha he decided he wanted to pit and said, everybody else be damned. Wasn't the flag of the caution. Actually, no, he got turned by the 86. So I will apologize to the idiot in the 42. That one was not his fault. So we've got 10 cars on the lead lap as we quickly approach half distance. Alright, we're doubling them up for a restart. Pace car going to pull into the infield, and Mike Carroll will take over again at the point. Just shy of halfway. Green, green, green. At 54, trying to get a lap back the hard way here. Many laps down that car is. Talk like Yoda, I do. He's got one back the hard way for now. Coma's getting shuffled for second. Here comes Tommy Davis charging forward. Mike gonna try to work this lap traffic to his advantage. Cross flags this time by halfway in the Pinty's 400 feature event. And here comes Tommy Davis charging to the front, looking for the lead for the first time today. Mike misses 3 and 4. Here comes Davis. And Davis will take the lead. This is a familiar picture. Gomez shuffled back to 4th. Sheldrick up to 3rd. And we've got a caution on the speedway. Mersdorf is going to get a lap back the hard way, and we see cars in the pit lane. What has happened to Dave Daniels to bring out this caution? Oh, he's got tipped off into turn 1. Coming down the main straightaway, 3 wide. They come together, and he gets sent off into turn 1. Stays out of the tires, but wow, that was exciting. And now the field's trying to get sorted because the car's not where it belongs. We'll figure it out. I think we got them starting to move again. Yeah, I can have a little bit of trouble here. Race control trying to get the field sorted out in the order they're supposed to be in. I think they finally figured it out. So Tommy Davis is the leader. I'm worried about what the Zero's going to do on the restart. But I guess we'll all find out together. Alright, lights out on the pace car. We're going to double them up and see what happens. Any further retirements? Nope. Kevin's now 23rd. He's ahead of Mersdorf and Farrell. Kevin could stand to see some more attrition. Alright, pace car's going to come in. Tommy Davis is going to be given control of the field once again. Pace car's in. Green, green, green. Oh, we got a spin at the back. Caution's out. Daniel's trying to get the lap back. Isn't going to do it. And let's see what happened here. We got 45 in the pits now. See what happened down here into turn 1. Oh, and 45 just got in hot and turned McComas around. Nobody else really got involved in any of that. And Stephen Davis has called it a day. Sounds like they may have had a brake failure on that car. That might be why he missed the corner. Well, that's good for Kevin. Tommy Davis continues to lead over Mike Carroll. Then Larry Sheldrick, Gino Sphere, Jacob Stump, Ron Stout, Joe Polson, Alex Stello, Tony Tonto Jr., and Barry McComas are the lead lap and top 10 cars. We've got 24 cars running just past halfway. Kevin up to 22nd. Come on, Kevin. Like to get a top 20 for the weekend. A lot of damage there. Alright, doubled up, ready for the restart. Let's see if we can get a few more laps this time. Pace car peels away. Davis is going to have the field once more. Green, green, green. And it looks like we've made it through 1 and 2 this time. Zero seems a little off down the straightaway. Davis stretching away. No challenge from behind. Carroll stuck in the traffic. Carroll can't even find his way to the bottom of the track. He's trying to get to the bottom of the track, but not succeeding. laps, none of the lead lap cars seem to be able to get to the bottom to make their way forward through the traffic. Sphere finally gets down to the bottom. He'll get around Sheldrick, and now he's going to take a look at Carroll. Whoops, that's the pace car. Sphere coming forward now, moves into second. Sheldrick moves up to third. But they got a lot of traffic to deal with now. The leader is gone. 4.5 seconds, maybe 5 this time by. Nearly a 5-second lead for the 78 team. Everybody else with traffic to deal with. All these cars show the scars of short track racing. That 444 has been hit from behind pretty hard at some point tonight. Not making any progress on the leader. Davis getting away. And Davis is pulled up to the back of the field now. Come on, Kevin, you really don't want to go down another lap. Ron Stout's going to go down a lap, leaving 9 cars on the lead lap. And Kevin's going to lose another one here. Ooh. Leader getting real aggressive flapping cars here. Paulson going to go down a lap. Us with the 8 on the lead lap. Kevin goes down and gets aggressive on Paulson now. Stump going to try to fight off the leader, but got nothing for him. 7 now on the lead lap. Leaves Alex Stello in 7th as the last car on the lead lap, and the leader's not that far behind him. You might be seeing a car that wants to put everybody else down a lap. Stello now having to fight with Thatcher, who is not on his lap. That's going to get him up off the bottom, and that's probably going to make him easy game for the 78 machine. Here comes the leader, fighting that 78 to put him down a lap. Down he goes. 6 now on the lead lap. Larry Sheldrick, last car on the lead lap. Jackson Batcher going to lose another one. Sphere continues to run second. Tony Tonto Jr. up to third. Closing in on 3/4 distance. Batcher fighting back on the leader. And it's going to get one of his laps back. For now, anyway. Stello trying to come back. Gonna charge into the corner. 78 maybe using something up here. Because Stello's got his lap back. May have just gotten his tires dirty when Vatcher attacked him like that, but... And we've got a caution. Stello was right to fight that because it's put him back where he needs to be. And unfortunate for Kevin, that's going to leave him, what, the only car 4 down? Nope, one of 2 cars 4 laps down. That's unfortunate. What is our caution out for? There are my buttons. What has brought out this yellow? Ooh, an incident with the 007 car. It's actually probably going to be faster to come around the field this way. Alright, what's happened here in turn 1? Stump has just charged in and turned both of them around. Ooh, Joe nearly got the end of the wall, but looks like everybody continued. So now under caution. Once again. Tommy Davis leads over Tony Tonto Jr., Gino Sphere, Baron McComas, Mike Carroll, Larry Sheldrick, and Alex Stello. Those are all the cars that are on the lead lap. We have 23 running. 55 is called it a day. Actually moved Kevin up to 20th. Kevin would really have liked to have gotten around the leader there and gotten to just 3 laps down. That would have given him something to fight for here. Alright, lights are out on the pace car. We're going to get them lined up and get them going again. It'll be 3/4 distance when the green flag waves. Pace car peels away. Davis comes off the corner and we're green again. Hang in there, Kevin. Get a yellow. Let's see who's going to be the first lead lap car besides the leader to get down to the bottom. It's not Tonto yet. Guess we don't need to see the replay information. And Kevin is screaming that there's debris or something. Somebody bring out a yellow for him here. We got a couple of cars slow off 4. Still green. Vatcher with an engine failure. That car is going to the garage area. What that slowness was, cloud of smoke would explain it. It wasn't the right color to be tire smoke. And we're not hearing anything of oil down except from that 46 car, so we stay green. And the 83 is done. Sheldrick has moved into second, but Davis has a big gap on him. Slowly dwindling down cars here. Sheldrick is struggling to get through this traffic. The lap cars are fighting him like he's the leader. see a yellow here and get Kevin back to 3 laps down. Sure, it might not do him much good, but one of the other 3 lap down cars is 5. '58 seems a little off song. The RPM on that 58 sounds down compared to everybody else, but maybe it's just my ears. We're inside 40 to go. Mike Carroll's moved up into second. Chaudiere is fading, but they're still nowhere near Davis. And we've got a caution, a couple of cars around in turn 1. That is exactly what Kevin needed to see. Leader, I don't think has taken it yet, though. 58's going to go a lap down here. Leader's taking it now. Where is the pace car on the circuit? There's pace car. Kevin has successfully passed the pace car as he's supposed to here. Alright, let's see if we can see what happened. I think the 63 was in this. Yellow's already out there. Oh, Troy just got in there and lost his car. Did get Kevin to 3 laps down. So that was a good fight there, Kevin. Well done. It's a shame you're all those laps down. You had a pretty good looking car there. I think what these guys, the rest of these guys on the lead lap need is a car that's first on the inside that's just not going to go at all on a restart and leave a gap for them to get down. Be about 30 to go when we get the restart. Alright, getting ready for the restart. Alright, here we go. Just inside of 30 laps to go. Tommy Davis continues to lead. Field's a little shuffled here. We got cars where they're not supposed to be. Why are those cars on the outside? They don't belong there. Green, green, green. I have no idea what the starting order is. Davis having to try to fight York, who just wants this lap back. York is going to edge ahead of the leader for the time being. Carroll still runs second, but 3 seconds back with a lot of traffic in the way. In fact, I don't think he's second anymore. I think McComas has taken that spot. McComas has moved into second. McComas trying to get through all these lap cars to get up to the leader. Davis might have to fight Armstrong here. Davis seems to be struggling a little bit. Armstrong looking for a lap back on the leader. Really dives it in there. It didn't stick. Nearly wiped them both out. That would have certainly spiced up the race. 20 to go. Lap's getting very small for anybody to do anything about this. Tonto and McComas looking to have a battle here for second here in a moment. JT trying once again on the leader to get a lap back. He's going to do it this time. That 78 might be fading. Comas working his way through the traffic, so's Tonto, and Sheldrick coming with him. Kevin gets passed by Troy Torgerson. Jacob Stump closing in on the leader. I think Davis is fading here at the very end. McComas closing. Lost a little bit there. He's got 3 cars he needs to get around before he gets to the leader. Leader now trying to take a look at JT. Wants to get back around him. Might have found his groove once more. Tonto and Sheldrick and Sphere out of the equation for the moment. Davis driving away again. Seems to have found whatever it was that was missing. JT trying to mount another charge to try to get the slap back again. He's got to dive it in there. Oh, almost contact. He 10 to go at the line this time, and JT really, really wants to be ahead of here in case of a yellow coming out. He wants that lap back. Comas still needs to get around these lap cars if he wants to really even be a factor here. Oh, Davis doing the same to JT that JT just did to him, and they nearly come to tears. Davis sends it in there. He clears him. Ooh, I think JT thought discretion was the better part of valor there and gave it to him. McComas has way too far to go without something happening now. 6 to go at the line. Sheldrick and Carroll trading that spot back and forth. Mike Carroll back to third. McComas not closing anymore. 5 to go. Davis just needs to keep this together. He seems to be in a good spot. 4 more laps. Best battle on track might be the 563 and 46 are all right with each other. 3 to go. Two more laps. Tommy Davis just got to bring it around here. He's got a comfortable margin. White flag in the flagman's hand. Here it comes. 1 more lap around the speedway. Tommy Davis just got to bring it home now, bud. Checkered flag in the air. Tommy Davis is going to win at Chaudiere. Coming home second is going to be Baron McComas, then Geno Sphere, Mike Carroll, Tony Tonto Jr., Larry Sheldrick, and Alex Stella, last car on the lead lap. Rest of your rundown: Jacob Stump, Ryan Phillips, Curtis Griffin, Joe Polson. Reigns comes home in 12th. Ron Stout, Larry Van Buren, Jared Mogard, Dwight York, JT Armstrong, Troy Torgerson, Kevin Corbett in 19th, Dave Daniels P20, Joe Mersdorf 21st, and Bobby Farrell, last car running. Mersdorf and Farrell are going to have some explaining to do. Out of the race: Vatcher, Cheeseman, Stephen Davis, Bev Fresh, Adam Beresford, and Jacob Stump. Not Jacob Stump, Jared Shadle. Jacob Stump finished. And the 40 car did not even make the starting line. I almost didn't save the export. That would have been incredibly stupid. Alright, let's take a minute and get us some points. So our next race will be from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Okay, so I gotta figure out which was the fast heat so I can take care of this. Okay, heat 2 was a 58.1. Heat 1, okay, so heat 2 was the fast heat. And it was Vatcher who got through on speed. He actually DNF'd his heat too. Should calculate points for those guys I just added. Look really stupid if they don't have any points. Alright, so like I said, next race will be at Charlotte, but it will be June before that race is run. We will be looking forward to a 500-mile open wheel race from Indianapolis before that. Alright, uploading points. Alright, here come your points. Gino Sphere moves into the points lead. Mike Carroll up to second. Diggs loses 2 spots due to the engine failure. Tommy Davis up 3. Mersdorf holds pat, so does York. Daniels up 1. Weston down 4. Beresford holds. Stout holds. Tonto picks up 5 spots. Painter up 1. Whitman down 1. Cheeseman up to 14th. Vatcher up to 15th. Scott Drake loses 6 down to 16th. Tony Gunk down 3. Ben White stays where he was at. Troy Torgerson up to 19th. Stephen Lowe down to 20th. Nigel Ramaswamy out of the top 20. Mogard jumps up to 22nd. Stephen Davis 23rd. Doug Spark drops 1 to 24th. Reno Jackson drops a few spots. Farrell, Stapleton, and Inkman stay where they're at. Sheldrick holds his spot. Molitor Hill loses 1. Kevin Corbett up to 31st. Baron McComas picks up 6. Chad Glass down 5. Rains down 2. Hawkins down 1. Stump picks up 4 and loses 4. Stella picks up 4. Griffin up 4. Shadle up 2. And those are the worthwhile changes. It has been an interesting evening. We will see you all for our next Bonanza race from Charlotte. But before that, like I said, expect an open wheel race from Indianapolis.